You got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Do you want this life or do you want this game? What you want? It's what you want. It's a difference. It's a difference. You got to want this game like you never wanted it before. You got to dominate the guy in front of you. It shouldn't be because of you that we're not being successful. It should be because of you that we are being successful. How bad do you want it? Do not get comfortable. This is not a league. This is not indicative of who we are. Offense, y'all way better than this. This is some bull jump that y'all doing out there right now. And you know it. When are y'all going to get aggressive enough to get in your mind, we're going to run the ball and they can't do nothing about it? That's attitude. That's what we talked about in the meeting the other day. Attitude. What's your attitude right now? We just going to take the lead right now, run the clock? What's your attitude? Or we going to go down and be physical? Defense, you up first. What's going to be your attitude? Dominate. That's it. No more penalties. No more penalties. That's the only way they can compete. Do not give them nothing. Make them take it from you. And y'all ain't built like that to let anybody take anything from you. Am I right or wrong? Right. Well, let's go do what we do. Let's start, G. Let's start.
Let's go! Squad!
I just want to point out for the record that RK and I started not at the same time, but at the same time.
No, yep.
I held it.
That's a beautiful thing, finish at the same time.
Whoa. About it. It's always a beautiful thing when you can finish at the same time.
Already.
Off the rails, less than 30 seconds in.
Let's go.
Well, welcome into the DNVR Postgame Show presented by Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Use the promo code BUFFS when you sign up, BUFFS. Get $20 off your first purchase. The Colorado Buffaloes are 8-2 after dominating the Utah Utes 49-24. That's a real sentence.
Yeah.
A real couple of sentences that just happened.
Yeah. Man, what a beautiful place to be. Can I call that a hard-fought blowout?
Sure.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before, but I feel like it's accurate.
I feel like it is, too.
Yeah.
It was a hard-fought blowout. There were moments in that game where it looked like it could have tightened up, and there were even moments where it kind of did tighten up, got as close as a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. But this team was never in danger of losing today.
No.
And so, but I like the fact that they had to keep the pedal to the metal. I like the fact that they had to stay locked in pretty much from start to finish because it tests them, and it tests them mentally. And I like the way that this game finished compared to the way that last week finished. Yeah. I felt like there was a lesson learned last week, and the way that they finished this week accelerating rather than decelerating is really comforting to me.
I love it. I love deceleration and acceleration, ACT words. They say those tests are culturally biased, but we'll see. I love those big words. Because here's the thing. You're spot on because last week we were dominating, but the final fourth quarter score didn't look like it.
Yeah.
Today was kind of weird, Scotty Deep Pockets, because there was never a time that we weren't in control, but there were times we felt like we're losing control.
Right.
And we're giving them opportunities. Shout out once again another week to the defense.
Yep.
Because holding that team to 2 field goals versus 2 touchdowns, I think, again, once changed how we offensively had to call the ball or not call it. And so who would think that Shedeur Sanders is going to throw a pick at like opening drive, right? So then that
Opening
happens.
play.
It's the third time this has happened.
But
now.
they only get 3 points out of it, and so it's like, okay, we dodged that bullet, and then we go on to score. But the offense, I think overall, like first quarter, second quarter, is just flat.
Yeah.
But defense stood strong, man.
I'm done just calling this defense the best red zone defense in the Big 12, just the best, second half defense in the Big 12. Colorado got the best defense in the Big 12.
Hell yeah.
Period. Yep. And just talking about this game in totality, this game, I tweeted it, had everything a Colorado football fan could possibly want. I mean, I'm talking about Charlie Offaldall's first career touchdown.
Let's go, Charlie.
DJ McKinney's first career interception. We talking about the LeJontay Wester first punt return, the thing we've been clamoring for, waiting for all season. Travis gets his rushing touchdown. And just the icing on the cake was our boy RK in his stands, bringing that belt back out. Had everything a Colorado football fan could want happen today. And, that was a dominant performance. This Buffs team has now won their last 2 games by a combined 39 points. Their
team is
business.
rolling.
Accelerating.
Accelerating
I
through the end of the
absolutely
game.
love how the validation for his point was that he tweeted it. It's like when someone says,
Go check it out.
I read this
do you
somewhere.
follow him on Twitter?
I'm not a
Bangers.
I'm not a
He
tweeter.
does, though.
I just-
The pregame show does follow me on Twitter. Shout out to
that's
pregame show.
Awesome. Thank you, Alexis, for following Scotty.
Shout out to Alexis.
Shout out Alexis.
And it's Peggy's birthday.
Shout out Peggy.
Shout out Peggy.
Yeah,
bro.
what a moment.
What a
Put on the
moment,
screen in the
bro.
crowd to sing
Yes.
happy birthday, man.
Yeah, man.
That was remarkable.
It really was.
55,000 people singing happy birthday.
Sold out
And
crowd.
you better believe if Peggy cries, I'm going to cry.
Oh, of course. It's over.
That's
Here's
one
how
for one.
Let me tell you how you don't cry when Peggy cries. You gotta
look at
You gotta
it.
look away.
Yeah, I can't look at
You
it.
gotta turn your head.
I like crying,
I
man.
filmed
it
it
makes
like
me feel
this.
alive.
Like I'm not looking at it.
Makes
Speaking
me
of the
feel-
sold
I
out
cried when
crowd.
the flyover went over.
I missed that. I want to see the flyover. Was it cool?
It was beautiful.
Did you really drop a tear during that?
Yeah, bro.
That's some real stuff right there.
However,
I like crying, I'm telling
But
you.
I thought Colorado didn't
Guy
like
loves
America.
I love America.
You should have wore your shirt from last week.
That's true. It's true.
The word on the
Careful,
street
you
is
guys-
you don't like America.
You guys are going
I
to
love
upset the Texas Tech fans who are still watching in our chat.
They are. They're still here. What's your instant takeaway?
My instant takeaway?
Yeah.
This
Oh, my
team
God.
is-
Catch the ball, brother. Oh, he did catch the ball.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
That was the craziest touchdown I've ever seen.
This team is really, really good. That's my takeaway. I mean, shoot, man, less than 2 years ago, this team lost 63-21 to Utah.
And that makes it sound so much better than it is.
It was a program literally searching for answers in every direction. They were looking for a coach. They were looking for players. They were looking for NIL, transfers. And now they sit in second place in the Big 12, on path to make the Big 12 title game, and they're 8-2 and just dominated a team who beat the hell out of them here, again, less than 2 years ago.
Yep. It's a beautiful thing.
You know, your takeaway reminds me of a moment on the sideline. I tapped Jay Field, wide receiver coach, and he looked up. And I said, man, we have a damn good football team. Mm-hmm. And he said, we do. Yep. Like, this is – you don't win 8 games being average. You don't luck your way into 8 games, 8 wins.
Nope.
And when you look at the fashion that we're winning, if there is anything that this team has to figure out, it is first quarter offensive woes, and it is throughout the game finding ways to truly maximize our talent. Yep. Like, I don't know of another team in college football that has the top picks on the same side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Like, we have Travis and Shedeur on the same side of the ball, but there are moments where the offense doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Force feed Travis.
I think what steers us away from it, and even just not steers us away from the calls, I mean the conversation. We still win, and we win big. Yeah. So it's like, oh, nothing's wrong.
But the fact that he doesn't have a reception until 5 minutes left in the second quarter is outrageous.
Yes.
That should never happen again.
Yeah, I mean, part of it has to do with the fact that Shedeur is
He missed him a couple
quarterbacking robot where he wants to just make the right read.
Yes.
And I respect that to the utmost degree.
It's part of what makes him great.
That's why it's on the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
To just say, like, this is Travis's ball. Like, you throw Travis a screen that's blown up, he goes in reverse 3 yards, spins around somebody, and ends up with 7.
Yeah.
It's just like, you can never be wrong by throwing the ball to 12.
Did you say you tapped Jay Phil on the sideline?
Yeah.
Coach Phillips, the wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
It's a perfect segue I needed because I got to talk about my dog, number 10.
Yes, sir.
LeJounte Wester.
That you can't pick anymore.
That I can't. It's official now.
No, so
It's
look, so
official.
here's
It's over.
Now
here's
Scott's
the deal.
officially joined the rest of us.
Here's the deal. You go right ahead, right?
Yeah.
And you lean heavy into this last one.
Okay,
Like the floor is yours. Because you ain't picking this dude next week.
I'm gonna do a bid. My dog, my offensive player of the game. I'll pick my prime player, LeJounte Wester. 10 catches on 11 targets.
Oh.
10 catches on 11 targets.
What does that mean?
77. I'll get there. You know I'm gonna get there. 77 receiving yards. 50 of those came after the catch. 50 yards yak. Obviously had the 76-yard punt return touchdown to really get things rolling today to give the Bucs a 14-3 lead. LeJounte Wester has caught 34 of his last 37 targets from Shedeur Sanders.
That's unbelievable.
He's absolutely one of the best players in college football, regardless of position. And RK, I got to ask you this because I'm going to lean on you. Your Colorado football history.
I got you.
Is LeJounte Wester one of the best receivers to ever put on this uniform
Yeah, absolutely.
through 10 games?
Yeah, I mean there have been some greats. So
No doubt. That's why I'm
Michael Westbrook,
Yeah.
Laviska Shenault,
Scotty.
Paul Richardson, Scotty McKnight, Nelson Spruce. But I wrote this in our roundtable this week. The question was, and you and I agreed on this,
Yeah, I
Shadi.
did.
The question was, Shedeur and Travis are already Colorado legends. Who's the next one to add their name to that list before this season ends? And I said LeJounte Wester.
Absolutely.
Because he has it.
Yes.
He has it. When the play gets bigger, his play gets bigger. When the catch gets tougher,
Yes.
he fights harder. When the time is right, LeJounte Wester answers the bell.
Yes.
And because of that, he's absolutely joined the ranks of some of the greatest receivers to play in this stadium and in these colors. And I'll add the fact that he might just be the best slot, and very much in that conversation with a guy like Scotty McKnight.
It's the fact that, I mean, every time he gets up, like you said, the F factor, he gets up and he turns. He banging on his chest. He trying to get his teammates rallied. And, I mean, he got to be, I'm going to say 175 pounds. And I've seen him take some licks. I've never seen him get up slow.
Nope.
Every time he takes a big hit or any hit, he's popping right back up, talking his mess. And he's just a dog, man, the definition of it.
I thought it would take him getting the one jersey to get the punt return, but didn't need all that.
I mean, technically he earned it. So
he did earn it.
He did earn it.
What I love about all of the LeJounte Wester commentary right now is that keep in mind this is why he came here.
Yes.
He came here being number one at his previous stop to be Robin to Batman at this stop
Yep.
with a wink.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be Batman. Watch this. Like, oh, yeah, no, I don't have a problem coming to Colorado and being number two. But watch this.
He knew what he was going to do.
Yeah, that's my – and did it.
And that's why Shedeur wanted him.
Yes,
And-
it did it and does it.
And that's the point I want to make, because a bunch of fucking clowns out there wanted to run their mouths when it came out that Colorado's players were recruiting other players.
a bunch of them.
A bunch of
Unserious
clowns.
program.
This is an unserious program. What's their recruiting staff doing if the players got to do all the recruiting? All because the players were tapping in. Why? Because they wanted to win, man. And Shedeur hit up LeJounte and said, let's work. And LeJounte Wester, who had never played with a quarterback of Shedeur's caliber, said, you know what? Let's do it. And this team is a absolute amalgamation of all of the hard work done by people. And that doesn't just mean Coach Prime, and that doesn't just mean Robert Livingston, and that doesn't just mean Pat Shurmur. It's everyone felt what happened last year and said, I don't like this.
Yep.
I'll do whatever it takes to get us to the next level. And that meant Shedeur and Shiloh and Travis tapping in and recruiting. And that meant this recruiting staff and the scouting staff and everyone doing what they needed to do to make sure that this roster only got better. And LeJounte is the perfect example of Shedeur Sanders saying, I need you. And him coming here. And that everyone can understand that it hits different when it comes from one of your peers than just a coach.
No doubt about it. I mean, and staying in the receiver room, Will Shepherd balled once again today. touchdown.
That's our guy.
He's got a touchdown in 5 of the last 6 games.
What did I tell y'all? Back pylon 50-50 balls, he's coming down with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's something I see in practice daily, weekly, that I just don't see it enough in games.
Yeah.
Because Will Shepherd at practice is a touchdown machine.
Yeah.
It's just like the one that Travis got, double coverage, like on the 5. Will does that every day in the back of the end zone.
I believe it.
Like, just throw it back there. He's in the phone booth. He's coming down with it.
Yep. Well, and remember, go just back to the UCF game. I mean, that's when Will Shepherd said, "I'm back."
Yeah.
Yep.
And Coach Prime said, "You never left."
Yep.
Coach Prime after the game said something that we all already know up here, is that Colorado got the best receiving core in the country.
Period.
And that's something I asked Shedeur about kind of Will and just kind of his resurgence here lately. And something Shedeur mentioned is, something that makes this receiving core so special, aside from the fact that they're so talented, is that they know that they're going to have limited opportunities because there's so many talented guys that you got to get the ball. So they have that entire room, all those guys, Traylon Miller, taking advantage of opportunity, a true freshman.
Welcome to the show, Traylon.
106
too, honestly.
106 receiving yards, I think on 6 catches. More than half of that was yards after the catch.
And
touchdown.
2 different guys on the
that was
Anytime you can
nasty.
stiff arm somebody and you reach back doing it.
Yeah.
Like, off me.
Get off,
little dude.
Yeah. Coach Prime called him Lit Debo Samuel after the game.
Yep. That's what he looked like, especially on that finish.
100%.
Yeah.
He was not going down.
It's just what Draylon thinks he is. I mean,
Right.
that's just how he is now at this point.
Definitely.
All right, let's take our first break.
By the way, if you see me making faces, we're watching USC Nebraska.
You're watching USC.
Yeah.
Damn right I am.
Yeah. You said we all voted for this.
I'm watching it too, man.
There you go.
We're watching this Nebraska USC game. And I see a lot of empty seats. There wasn't a single empty seat in Folsom Field today,
I mean, this was as sellout gets.
4th largest crowd in Colorado football history.
So
I didn't know that, but it felt it.
Yep.
if you want to get in for the final home game of the season against Oklahoma State in 2 weeks, you need to hit up our friends over at Game Time. Take all the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time, not just for football, basketball, hockey, soccer, I mean, any type of event, concerts, whatever's going on in your city. Hit them up and get your tickets through there. Use Game Time Picks. You can see the view from your seat and find the best deals in the stadium. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BUFFS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time.
Game time.
Try
Also-
to say it syncopated like you said.
What does that mean?
Rhythm.
It's a big word.
It is. We're gonna throw them out today. You're gonna learn something today.
Also, shout out to Bet365. Bet365, let's talk. Because you are about to owe me a lot of money.
Me too.
So it's about time you maybe try to buy yourself out of all the money that you owe me, because I've got a lot of tickets that should be scaring you right now. But all the same, I love you guys. And you guys can get in and start cashing out money at Bet365 when you use the code DNVR365. All you got to do is deposit $10, bet $5, and as soon as that $5 bet is settled, you're going to get $150 in bonus bets, which is an unbelievable way to start off your betting career if you haven't already. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And also, you're going to get 2 months free of Altitude Plus when you use that code DNVR365, which is a pretty sick deal. You can watch the Nuggets, you can watch the Avs, you can tap in and have a hell of a lot of fun. So use that code DNVR365 when you sign up over at Bet365.
Love it.
All right.
You know how many days there are in a year?
I believe it's 365, but I
And
do
you can
believe it's
bet.
366 this year.
But you can bet all of them. Bet 365. Get it? See how they
That's
came up with
true.
that? Yeah.
That's true.
That went right over your head before now.
I had never thought about that.
See what I mean? Now all we need is Scotty to tweet it. And then it's facts.
Just tweet that stat, Scott. 365 days in a year.
I got you.
A lot to get to, but I want to go back to this because there were a lot of people on Twitter kind of freaking out around the halftime mark.
Okay.
But this team just scored 42 points on Utah.
49.
49.
Well, I mean, I'm
42
sorry. This
offensive?
offense
Sure.
scored 42 points on Utah. The next highest total they allowed this entire year was 27.
Yeah.
This was the best defense in the conference coming into this game. And I think there was, because Unc, you mentioned it, they were flat. especially towards the end of the first half.
Sure.
This offense was flat. But don't underestimate this Utah defense and what Colorado just did to them.
Tying in what you're saying, don't underestimate that part of that flatness was because of their defense.
Yes.
We like to sit back and say, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that. There are times that the shit just ain't working because of what we're going against.
I had to tweet that at halftime because people were losing their minds, and I was like, guys, this is a great defense.
That's what I said all week.
We talked about it all week. Number one scoring defense in the conference.
Yeah.
I said, these guys are good. It is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet,
the fact that it turned out to be the way it was, the way it is, should be validation to any doubters out there of how good our football team is.
Most points they scored all season, right?
yes.
Colorado?
And how about just like the physical nature of it? It's like Draylen Miller just
Throwing a guy off. Travis
Throwing
jumping
guys.
over
What,
two
what,
people.
what about Zay's run?
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
getting touched all the way down to the goal line.
It's Will Shepard, little boying guys, 2 different times.
Yeah.
Like that is not Colorado, Utah. For the last
in the
many
history
years.
of this matchup,
Yeah.
absolutely
And
not.
guess what we still haven't done?
Played a 10
Played
out
our
of 10
best
game.
We still haven't played our best game where all 3 phases do their best.
Yeah.
Speaking of phases, though, special teams was special today.
Oh yeah.
Starting with that Colton Hood kind of big kickoff return,
40 yards, yeah.
38 yards. He had to kind of get, and obviously a few plays later was the Will Shepard opening touchdown. Obviously, LeJonte's punt return. Jalen Wester actually got his hand on the punt, partially blocked the one to give the offense another short field.
If I'm LeJonte, I'm telling Jalen, bro,
Don't
don't block those punts, bro. Let me get that shit.
For real. No, special teams was special today. And talking about, that was one thing Coach Prime talked about a lot in the post-game pressers, that we still haven't played their best game. And that should be scary in itself. And here's a stat over the last 2 games to prove that this team really isn't playing to its full potential. Third down over the last 2 games, they're 5 of 24. Wow.
That's crazy.
On third down. I mean, that's a death sentence for 99% of teams.
Yeah, it really
This
is.
team, again, over that span, has still won their last 2 games by combined 39 points.
Yep.
Here's your assignment, Scotty Deep Pockets, because you're brilliant when it comes to your football analysis.
Thank you, sir.
And that's not blowing smoke, that's sincere.
Love.
When you look at that big discrepancy in our third down, correlate to that how many times on second down we get a penalty.
True.
And like what we do as a team, we make third down harder than it has to be.
No doubt.
Which gives us that stat.
And I have to piggyback off that with something I tweeted earlier.
I know, you tweeted it's a fact.
But penalties, negative plays that are typically sacks just don't impact this team like they impact 99% of teams.
Bro, there was like a 2nd and 30, and Shedeur just completes like a 25-yard pass to LeJonte or something. It's all right.
And part of that, and we've discussed it on the show before, pre-game, post-game, part of that is the reason we take risks that we shouldn't take.
True.
Is because the adverse outcome of the risk does not impact us.
Right.
Yeah. And so we do dumb things on third down because we're going to go through it on fourth down anyway.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a good thing.
It's probably going to work, so who cares?
It's nuts.
Going back to the first touchdown of the game, that was on 4th down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I tweeted it out, too. You should also check out my Twitter page. It's pretty good, I'd say.
Well, I don't know if all of yours are factual, though. Yeah, we'll get there.
Anyways, I said that was like a flex, almost like we're just better than you in the moment. Like, it was a free play, but I think that even if it wasn't offsides on Utah on that play, they're still throwing for the end zone.
Well, let's examine this. We go down to Lubbock and we play in Texas Tech and tortillas are flying everywhere. We jump off sides.
Yeah.
They go for it, and Travis intercepts it.
Yeah.
Fast forward a week later, we play in Utah. They jump off sides. We score a touchdown. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like this team doesn't panic. Yeah. And there were some runs today where you're on the sideline like Shedeur, throw it in the stands, throw it away, and then it's like, oh, no, shit, that worked. Do that again. Like he just, when he believes, he keeps the play alive. You know, and it's as troublesome as it is at times, it works so much that we keep doing it.
And even Travis's ridiculous catch was on 4th down.
Yep, sure was.
And, just speaking about Shedeur, because we haven't really gotten to him yet, it's crazy that he has to kind of go into a presser after a game like today and almost have to, apologize.
I know.
For some of the mistakes he made, which
what did he say?
Could have been costly, but you look at his stats after the game.
Yeah.
30 of 41,
Yeah,
72, 73%, 340 yards, 3 tugs. I mean, he's the best quarterback in college football, hands down. It's really not even close.
You got his post game Like it's like the 32nd or so.
What did he? Is it about the pick? I want to know what he said about that.
Well, you'll hear for yourself. He didn't address the pick specifically, just his play.
This is with the
Legendary.
What's up?
Legendary.
Definitely.
How'd it feel like that?
It was cool. Wasn't our best game. It took me a minute to really feel everything, and that can't happen. I just got to dive down and understand why behind it and fix that problem.
You know, for us to come out flat in there first with the INT, the defense and special teams just step right in there.
Yeah, that's what you call a great team. I'm lucky and I'm thankful to have those type of guys, so it don't put a lot of pressure on me overall, and I could just get back in the rhythm and play my game and not force anything.
Well, Buff Nation is lucky and blessed to have you, brother.
Definitely, legendary.
Legendary, 2 out. Like, you can just even hear in his voice, it's like we lost.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No. It's like
It's crazy.
What an insane standard.
I know.
Yep.
Like, you could just tell, like, no, I'm not feeling it. I talked to Justin Seaton after the game. He was the same tone.
Jordan Seaton or Justin Mayers.
Yeah, I combined them. What DNA would that be? And Seaton was the same way. I literally had to stop him because he was beating himself up. I said, dude, look at the scoreboard. And he's like, yeah, man, 49 points. Like, that's a great team effort. But I got some stuff I got to work on next week.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and that's like, man, way to have a –
That's what makes this team special.
Yeah. But they don't see what we see when it comes to, like, fear – when it comes to, what if this happens? Like, they believe that the next play is going to be successful.
Shedeur
There's no panic.
Shedeur got 3+ touchdowns in 8 straight games. It's the longest streak in FBS.
So he's got 27 touchdowns now. 27-7.
I think he's got more than that.
I thought he was at 24 coming in.
Okay.
He was. So, yeah.
27-7. The picks are a little bit concerning just to start the game, just because it's like a pattern now.
But to me, he's just feeling it out, and then he always figures it out. Have they lost any of those?
True. I'm not saying
Nebraska.
I'm not saying you have to worry, but it's like you can't let that compound, man. Like
he said after the game that he's he said he's going to throw 1,000 climb routes this weekend, which is what they call the route they threw the interception on with the guy falling off underneath it. And he just didn't see him. He said that's never a mistake that he makes, and it's not a mistake he's going to make.
The one that he did hit on was so perfect.
Oh, Draylen?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's like somebody ran down the field 40 yards and handed it. It dropped in a chimney.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't have to break stride. He had to speed up. He didn't have to alligator arm it or reach all the way. It was just like
same with
right there.
Will's touchdown in the corner of the end zone. I don't even think Will extended his arms.
Nope. Fell right there.
Yep.
But yet
crazy.
He's somewhere right now beating himself up.
Oh, his best throw of the day though was
he's beating himself up in a Rolls Royce, but he's beating himself up.
Was the seam he threw to Draylen.
Yeah, that's the one he just.
Was that what you were talking about?
Oh, nasty,
yeah, dude.
Draylen bent it
throw.
perfectly.
Yes.
And that's as good as it gets as a layered throw.
I got to talk about this too. So Shedeur talked about that play after the game, just talking about Draylen, and he was like, the thing I love about Draylen is that he's young, but he listens. He said before that touchdown play, or I think after that touchdown play, he comes to the sideline, and Draylen's telling Shedeur, like, literally, I just did what you said, and it happened exactly how you said it was going to go.
Imagine that. Imagine listening to the guy who's throwing you the ball. Like, what a novel approach.
He was like, literally, I cleared my defender, looked up, and the ball was right there, and did exactly how he said it was going to go.
You know what's so crazy about this discussion? What's this score now?
49-24.
49-24.
Yeah.
What's our record?
8-2.
And although we have, talked early on about holding them to a couple field goals, we still haven't got into to Shiloh, to B.J. Green. We hadn't talked about this defense yet.
I know.
Like
That's
the individual efforts of players with this defense.
Let's get the
like
helmet
they
stickers.
kicked ass out there,
Sure
man.
did, man.
After this break?
After this break. Shout out to the homies over at Elevations Credit Union. Not only do they have a snazzy new credit card, that snazzy new credit card with the Ralphie logo. What?
I just love when you say snazzy credit card, man. And I love when you say that you're not a number, I'm waiting on it. I love it. Keep going, man.
Cook.
You're good. Cool.
Well, I was going to say something else. You totally derailed me. This snazzy new credit card.
Snazzy.
Can you shut up, man?
Wow. That's aggressive.
This snazzy new credit card, you can actually contribute to CU's NIL fund. Mm-hmm. It is called the Go Buffs Visa Signature Rewards Card. But shout out Elevations Credit Union. You know what it is with a credit union. They're going to treat you like a person, not a number. And they're going to actually look after you and your money. So hit up our friends over at Elevations Credit Union and sign up for the Go Buffs Visa Signature Rewards Card, the only official credit card of CU Athletics, only at Elevations Credit Union. Visit buffscreditcard.com to apply and see full credit and full card benefits and details.
Also, shout out to Breck Brew. If we were on the bus right now, I'd have an ice cold juice drop in my hand.
You wouldn't be alone.
But nonetheless, I just have water. Anyways, Breck Brew, we are heading. Well, I am. I don't know who's coming with me, but I'm heading back to the DNVR bar as soon as we finish this, and I'm going to turn up, and I am going to drink.
I'll have a couple drinks.
Several Breckenridge brews while I'm there.
I'll have like
the official,
2 or 3, you know.
official beer of victory. I'll buy your Uber home.
We're partying then. There you go.
Let's go. We're turning them up. Bottoms up on Breck Brew, man. It's a victory Saturday, and we get to watch. We get to scout our next team. We rarely get to do this where we get to scout our next opponent.
Isn't that game at like 8:15?
Yeah, bro. I'll be 17 beers deep at that point. So, shout out to our friends over at Breck Brew, and check out the new West Coast style IPA, the Ridge Runner, or all of their other great beers with the beer locator at breckbrew.com/beer locator. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Let's get to helmet stickers then.
Ooh, man. Shit.
Does someone want to start?
Do we have 65 of them?
I'll start.
We can go 5 times up and down the row if we have
Exactly.
to.
I'll start.
Go ahead, Scotty.
I'm going to go with that boy, Nikai Hill-Green.
Yep, good one.
Interception for the second
My defensive player of the
straight
game.
week. Shout
And
out to
I said
you.
that. I said he didn't get turnover.
You sure did,
That
man.
is crazy, bro.
Interception for the second straight week. 5 total tackles, 3 of them solo, and I tweeted this during the game. But I'm running out of ways to describe how hard Nikai Hill-Green hits people.
Hit power on infinity, bro.
Yep.
That boy literally be knocking people helmet loose.
That second tackle was crazy.
He does it every week. And, again, one of the coolest things I heard maybe from the post-game presser, the law firm of Nikai Hill-Green and Levante Bentley was up there, and they just talked about Sunday. They have a head start every week on the next opponent. On Sunday, they know so much about their next opponent between film study and whatnot, and you see that come up every single Saturday. These dudes are always in the right spot. They're always, fitting their run fits the right way. They're such a fun duo to watch.
I got 2 for 1, and I know what you're going to do after you leave the DNVR bar. Mm-hmm. You're going to go home, and you're going to watch the game.
I'm not going home. I'm going to the bar.
Well, when you leave the bar,
I'm going back to the bar.
when you leave the bar that time, you're going to watch the game again. Here's what I want you to watch
better
for.
believe
Here's
that.
what I want you to watch for.
All right.
Because sometimes there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't show up in the box score. Mm-hmm. Now, the 2 guys I'm about to tell you, it showed up in the box score to some degree, but not to the degree that I'm about to tell you about. When you look at the communication that Shedeur Sanders and Cameron Stillman Craig were doing out there together, and then for Shiloh to bounce back from these couple of awkward games and have that big hit on the quarterback causing the fumble that Cam picked up, like those guys were back there just all day long getting everybody in the right spot. And so it shows that when you have like a Preston Hodge have to sit out and then you bring in a Carter Stoudemire, like this defense finds a way to not only maintain it, they actually get better. Mm-hmm. They get better when somebody goes down. Like when you remember Shiloh's arm was broke? They were playing better than they were.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so every time somebody goes out, like guys have a bigger game and step it up. And I love to see what I saw in the 2 safeties back there today, communicating all game long.
Definitely.
I'm going to give a helmet sticker to Isaac Wilson. Great game for the Buffs. Dude absolutely just really helped the team win.
You gotta relax. He had some nice throws today.
He kind of cooked a little bit in the third quarter. He
Yeah.
got going a little bit.
I'm playing. But I've been trying to tell you guys that guy sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Let me give a helmet sticker to all pass rushers.
Bro claimed all of them.
Cheating, bro.
What?
Let me tell you why
man.
it's not cheating. Let me tell you why it's not. They not only all deserve it, we have a chance to walk out of this building, the sun is still out.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's
So
lovely.
Please don't go down the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I support you in giving all pass rushers a sticker.
BJ half a sack, Arden half a sack, Tawfiq Thomas.
Yeah.
not a pass rusher.
full
He
sack.
had a nasty spin
Cheating.
move to get into that sack.
Was he rushing the passer or not?
Cheating.
Brother.
That's not cheating, man.
Amari McNeil,
Yeah, because all right.
My
Whatever.
defensive
pass
player,
rusher.
player of the game.
Everyone who had a sack. That's I think all of them. Oh, Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
Keaton Wade was robbed of one too. He clearly had a sack,
Yes,
but there's
and
not
they-
one in the stat book.
They
for
called
him.
it. Did they even call it a TFL?
Oh, it's because it was a
rush?
draw. Yeah, QB draw. So he gets a TFL.
I was gonna give one to Amari McNeil, but RK decided to do it. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
defensive
speed
pick.
us up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, man, go back and watch the game. Watch Amari McNeil, especially early on. He was wrecking Utah's right guard. I mean, dominating him, pushing him back, swimming around him, whatever he had to do. He had a sack and a forced fumble today, and 2 quarterback hits. He was on fire. Shout out to Amari McNeil. He's been the path that he's on the last 2 weeks is. Whew, watch out.
Straight to the league.
Yep. Yep.
We going around again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Scotty.
Feel free to just say all the receivers.
I mean, I'll go one here with Draylen Miller. I mean,
Yeah.
breakout game. Like, as a Colorado Buffalo, again, 100-plus yards, most of it after the catch, a touchdown as well. I mean, a nasty touchdown. Boy, was really looking like Debo at the end of that run, like throwing people off him. Shout out to him. He deserves a helmet sticker for his breakout
Absolutely
performance.
does.
Unk?
Oh, I'll go right to the top of this thing, and not the top as in Coach Prime, but right under that. And for another week again, I'm giving DC Robert Livingston a helmet
Absolutely.
sticker. The preparation that this defense does, the execution that this defense does, the adjustments at halftime if needed that they do. And once again, like check out the pregame show channel this week. I spent a lot of time in the defensive huddles. The way Rob Livingston allows the position coaches to coach, and then he steps in and like ties it all together.
What
like
Hilo was talking about yesterday.
yeah,
basically.
it's like it's amazing to sit there and watch. Like he will literally take himself out of it. Like he'll step in and say something and see D. Lewis Sapper about to address it, and he'll walk like 5 yards back, and then come in and say, what we need to do to tie it all together. Phenomenal coach, and to me, this even underscored more because here's a guy that when Coach Prime picked him. Who are we picking? This is good old boy politics. He's just hiring friends of his friends. This guy's never had a room. He was just a scout for the Bengals, not in charge of anything. Now everybody's saying, oh, my God, we're probably going to lose him. He's going to go somewhere. Like,
Tell him.
Robert Livingston is a mofo, man.
Yeah, he is.
The rejected will be respected.
Click on that. I will say this.
You make a figure 8 if you really wanted to stir that pot, right?
When Robert Livingston was asked about, hey, a lot of people want to bring their guys in, and you didn't do that, he said, these are my guys.
Oh, God.
Yep.
And that fired me up so much, and I really feel like he coaches that way.
Yeah.
These are his guys. It's not some sort of, you were dragged in here and force-fed a coaching staff.
Right.
He said, no, these guys, I like these guys. Let's work.
Quick Rob Livingston. When you leave out of the equipment room, there's a hallway that separates the equipment from the locker room, so you don't see. I'm leaving out of the equipment room, and I almost step on Rob Livingston. Like he is laying in the floor with his play sheet like kind of discarded to the side, his headset to the side, just looking at the ceiling with his like leg figure 4, just tapping his foot and just like visualizing.
Locked.
And I said, you know what? This is the time to not even speak to him. Just acknowledge that I almost stepped on him, but like here's the DC just laying on the floor getting his shit together. Like the dude is dope. I don't think he gets enough shine and credit. But Coach Prime called him up post game and gave him lots of love.
Go crazy.
Love that.
My final helmet sticker, it's just to Coach Prime. Again, less than 2 years ago, this matchup was not even close the other direction. And this program had no direction.
Yep.
Just constantly searching for answers. Let's not forget what happened 2 years ago. 1-11, lost by an average of 30 points per game. Coach Prime has completely changed the trajectory of Colorado football. He has made the brand not only respectable, I think this is a feared brand going into the end of November of this season. I don't think very many people want to play this football team. And there's a lot more football that this team is going to play. We're going to be coming up here all throughout December, I think, covering practices and stuff.
I love it.
I love that sticker.
I'm going to give my last helmet sticker to the Heisman Trophy winner to be.
There you go.
Travis Hunter, man. The dude is a real deal sicko. That catch that he made on the 5-yard line is one of the most ridiculous individual athletic plays I've ever seen in my life watching football.
It's crazy, dude.
Everyone loves to see the one-handed catches, and rightfully so. That one, dude, you got to watch that thing in slow-mo, ISO on Trav, because the ball goes in the air. Travis goes like this.
Oh, my God.
Scouts out the
How does he do
surroundings
that?
and says, okay, I know what I'm up against here. I'm going to get hit, but not that bad. Let me go jump over everybody and go get this thing.
Yep.
And then he has the athleticism to get his legs out from under him so he doesn't get twisted like he did against Washington State and land on his side and hold onto the ball. The ball didn't move an inch when he hit the ground after being damn near 10 feet in the air.
For real.
As we tweeted out, I said, that man went into orbit to catch that football. And
there
that's
were-
just
and there was-
one thing that he did today.
And there was no squatting and then jumping.
No.
Like, he was standing straight up and just pushed off his toes.
Pogo stick.
And, like, how did you get up that damn high without doing the Superman? You know, even Superman squats down, put a fist on the ground, and then goes, boom.
Yeah.
Travis just standing like, I think I'm going to jump and get that.
Yeah, man. We've talked about this a lot, but cherish every single moment you get to watch number 12 in black and gold and watch him in person.
Talk to Michael Irvin, Matt Leinart, what's my guy's name? Running back.
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. Every one of them said there's no way Travis Hunter does not win the Heisman Trophy. That fact, both of them should be in New York, but Travis should absolutely walk away with it. And anyone who doesn't see that doesn't know ball.
Yeah. And if you go look at the Thorpe Award, most of the guys who win the Thorpe Award have around 3 interceptions because no one throws at them.
Yep.
Well, Travis now got his third. He's got all the touchdowns. He added a rushing touchdown to the mix today on just.
I thought he was going to throw it, bro. I
He
wanted
did.
him to throw it.
That was the plan. The plan was for him to throw it to Shedeur.
Shedeur said that was his touchdown.
Yeah.
He said he missed out.
They did a good job covering it, and
They
that
did.
didn't even matter because once the ball's in Travis Hunter's hands, you're all in big, big trouble, in the words of Billy Madison. So it was just
doors rule!
it was just a remarkable performance again from Trav.
I think he locked it up today.
I think.
Oh, it's over.
just
Two games
play.
left.
It's
Just
over.
play.
It's 2 games left.
Yep.
Crazy.
He's the most unbelievable, fascinating football player I've ever seen in my
If you
life.
look at this, the touchdown he gave up was the first touchdown he's
All
given
season.
up.
I know. And I know he's going to be kicking himself all night because that would have been a pick if he was just.
My point is, look how many games it took for
Right.
him to give up a touchdown.
Yep.
And that's just, again, I think it's just exciting because you said Travis probably kicking himself. He's probably thinking, I didn't play my best game today. You know Shedeur is thinking
Yeah.
that.
See,
You know is thinking that as well based on what Unc told us. So this team haven't reached their full potential yet at all. Haven't played their best game yet at all. And that's very, 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 very scary.
scale of 1 to 10, what was this for the team today?
In terms of performance,
This was a 7 for me.
I go 6.5.
yeah, I'd call it a 7.
I'd say 7.5.
Utah's-
Special teams was a good performance, so I'll give them an extra half point.
Utah's pathetic, and so are their fans. So is their quarterback.
Jeez.
Alyssa, is there anyone that's popping up in the comments? Sometimes we forget to give a helmet sticker to someone, and the comments are all over us.
I saw one.
Someone said Isaiah Harge.
Yeah. Coach Prime.
Interesting. Isaiah Augusta,
Isaiah Gustav.
Coach
longest
Prime?
touchdown run of maybe the Coach Prime era.
Coach Prime said after the game that Isaiah Harge looks like a defensive starter next season.
Yep.
That's sick.
And he had a big play called back by penalty.
Yes, he did.
Great
He did.
design.
Yep, it was.
Very much
Almost-
so.
Hey,
I thought he was
what
gonna score.
What I hated about the penalty, and I was talking to Coach Prime security on the sidelines, like, damn, now we can't do it again.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it worked perfectly. The
It
direct
really did.
snap,
Yep.
but now it's like, all
Now
right.
it's on film.
Yeah,
Yeah. Facts.
We got to drop the counter.
yeah, you got to disguise it a little better, make it move or something. But his speed, which is why he's in both jerseys.
Yeah.
His ability. Y'all remember what he did during the spring game.
Of
so
course. It's about time.
Yeah, he is next year's Travis Hunter, man.
Yep.
for sure.
go.
And
Awesome.
if it's not Colton Hood, who I would have to give a helmet sticker to, shout out to our guy who said that. I mean, Colton Hood. I mean, again, the 38-yard kickoff return really got things going offensively.
The one he called fair catch on. I got mad.
He had 2 pass breakups as well defensively. One of them obviously led to Travis Hunter's 3rd interception of the season.
This dude's
Colton
so
Hood balled.
mid.
Not Isaiah Hart.
Not Isaiah Hart.
Not Colton Hood.
A specific quarterback playing in this Nebraska USC game.
Everyone in this game is mid, low key.
That's fair. All right,
Wow, look at that face mask.
let's take our final break. And shout out to the friends over at UC Health.
I bet you won't shout him out.
I'll shout them out.
You won't.
We got to talk about men's health, our own health,
We are men.
each other's health, or just encourage us to go get checked out, stay on top of it. And that includes your mental health too. We can tend to think we're better than we are. We like to say we're busier than we are sometimes, but we can't ignore our health. And UC Health wants to make it as easy as possible for everyone to take care of their health with their online scheduling and other convenient features available in the UC Health app. So download that to get started today. Let's talk about your tomorrow. Join the men's health conversation at uchealth.org/men's health.
Also, shout out to Toyota. You like my Toyota?
You know what? The 4 of us have been in your Toyota.
Yeah.
It's true.
What a time.
It was a great time.
Do you love it?
I know. I absolutely love it.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Overly love it.
Do you love it?
Yes.
I love it too,
I
man. It's crazy.
will say this. I love it more when we're facing the front range.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Hard to beat that.
It's true.
What a view from your Toyota.
We're going to have to take the Toyota away from the front range to get to the DNVR bar later. But regardless of where we go, it's reliable. It's trustworthy. It's smooth ride. It
Smells
has the
good, too.
best features. It does smell pretty good. It's the best, man. I love my Toyota. And if you want to get yourself a Toyota, go check out the Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. That's AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corbin Toyota in Boulder, which, by the way, I saw it last night. Beautiful facade on that dealership. Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States
That was
Toyota in
another
Denver,
ACT word.
Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR.
I love it.
It's
Your
time to
Toyota.
take a drive, boys.
Oh,
Sheesh.
We're going to Receipt Street. Get ready. No one is safe.
I was about to tell you. About to ask
No one
you.
is safe.
As long as you promise that no one is safe.
I feel like I have to stand up for this Receipt Street again.
Come on.
I stood up last week, and it just gave me extra juice while doing it.
Make sure she adjusts the
You-
camera.
you
We don't
wanna
want to
go-
lose you. We don't want to just have torso Jake.
you're going to need to stand up
God.
because you're going to have to see what receipts on the board.
On the board.
Oh, and I said put it on the screen.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you meant like what's that GIF where someone like pulls out like the scroll and it drops down on
yeah.
the floor.
I was using that one just last week.
Who's first, Alyssa?
No, not this guy again.
Oh no!
Not this
Oh,
guy.
no.
I'm telling y'all, I told you he has a chance to be on 5
Oh,
weeks
yeah,
in a
true.
row. And we're up to 2. We are. Rico is 0 for 2 because this man tweeted out and said,
I've got it right here.
winless in November, and no need to mention the Big 12 title game unless they bought tickets. Well, it is November. There have been 2 games.
When
And
is Bro
Colorado
going to change his name?
is 2-0.
Never, bro.
Rico knows nothing. Tapping in once again, and we will see you next week, Rico.
Shout out to everyone's favorite clown, Rico knows.
Rico. Suave.
Next is
I did them in the order you guys sent out.
okay, sweet. So this is from who even is this? This is just some guy.
Some guy.
Some guy. He said, Botari about to beat Colorado, LOL. Nobody fears y'all, crying emoji.
You fear us yet? Also, Luke Batari, congratulations. 1 for 1, 5 yards.
Wow.
That
Better
goes,
than Isaac Wilson.
that goes in the category of like they don't even believe that they're what they're
Nah.
saying either. They're just trying to be different.
Nope. You're right.
No chance they believe that.
How about this one? From the Wild Ute on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
He said, there's absolutely no logical rationale for this take. Simply a strong gut feeling. Utah Utes upset the Colorado Buffs on Saturday. Check your gut, bro.
Check your gut.
Hey, if you need to work on your gut health, we have some old friends over at Athletic Greens, a.k.a. A1. Drink that stuff every morning. You get your gut in the right place, man, because it is not right now.
Good hill.
Also, Olipop helps for the gut.
Oh, true.
Next one. This is from the Bulldog Report. He said, Colorado fans don't want to talk about it right now, but they're going to go from 10-2 is our floor to Dion gutted our program in 2 years and left us with nothing to build on real quick. Clown ass.
He almost got the 10-2 floor part right, though.
Yep.
Yep.
And I wasn't going to bring this one up on the show because it's a whole ass clip, but I tweeted out a clip of a person named Nate Jackson talking about take all the unders on Colorado because Shedeur and Shiloh went to the Louis Vuitton fashion show.
What a clown.
So I posted that. I said, can we get an update on this? And he responded, who is Ryan Koenigsberg? So let me just say
Interesting.
this. Let me just say this. You're going to learn today.
This next one.
You should send him the Mike Tyson ass pic from the fight. And just say that's RK. Left cheek, right cheek, RK.
Next one, the last one we have. From CSU Ram Nation.
Oh, man.
They've been having a little too good a time, so I figured it was a good time to pull this one out.
Bring him back to earth.
He said, Dion with one last push. This is on April 21st. He said, Dion with one last push for some unintelligent transfers to fill his last roster with CU. Dude isn't even hiding the fact he's not recruiting beyond this year. 5-win ceiling this year, and then leaves CU in complete shambles for the next decade. The rise is real. Crying, laughing emoji.
Do you know how dumb you've got to be to say that a ceiling is somewhere and then have the team potentially double that?
Well,
You got to be delusional.
wow. I was going that route, delusional. Amen. You're spot on. But as I always say, the best indicator of future performance is past performance. Mm-hmm. I don't give a shit as the Braves, the Yankees, the Commanders, when has he ever left any place in shambles? No. Like, where do you even get the notion that, all right, it's going to be in shambles?
I don't know. The man just wins. That's what he does.
And leaves a winning blueprint and culture behind when he leaves.
That's facts.
Shambles. You said that was April?
Yeah. Non-ball knowers.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's so many of them.
Can't relate. Yeah.
Can't relate.
Crazy. Anyways, that's Receipt Street.
That was a nice ride.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always a great ride.
We let the windows down this time and let the breeze come in.
Nice little trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great scenery. Just smooth. Not very bumpy.
Yeah,
Maybe bumpy for other people, not for us, though.
Oh, it's always bumpy for other people.
It's true.
They got some big houses building over there, man. They just keep putting
But you know what,
extensions
man?
on that shit.
Here's the solution. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like if you there it is. Juicy J.
You caught it. You caught it.
I'm from Memphis. Look, if you don't tweet it or say it, it cannot be held against you.
Amen.
So just text your boys when you got a negative word
Yes,
about
hit
the group chat.
Keep it in the group chat.
Scott might expose you, though, if you're just
True.
You're
still not safe.
That was just a one-on-one text message.
One-to-one text.
Still not safe.
By the way, oh my
punt.
God.
What if you just
Mate
stopped
almost
him?
had one like
He
this.
It did. It took one bad hop. Man.
Yep.
This is not a receipt, but this is a dope-ass tweet that's out there today from one LeBron James, who says, I don't hear none of those Buffs haters and Coach Prime haters being up front and loud. They're in hiding now. Coach Prime said, we coming. Well, it's we here now.
Yeah.
Love what's going on there in Boulder.
Tell him. You guys watch Josh Pate?
Once in a while.
He did a video on Colorado recently, and he was kind of talking about this because someone apparently asked him that, Colorado's better now. Why aren't we talking about him? Fair point, obviously.
Scared.
But he was saying the people who wanted to take advantage and talk about this program as they were building up, they don't love the game. They don't love the sport. They love the commentary. They love the narrative building.
True.
They don't love the game of football. And I could not agree more with the take about the haters of Colorado.
Facts.
Well, and the truth is that a lot of people talked a lot of shit, and they're just hoping that they don't end up on Receipt Street. And they know that if they say the word Colorado, there's a chance that people might remember what they said before.
Yep.
So everyone is, under their shell, just peeking out, being like, "I hope no one notices that I said that shit."
I would like to point out this is not Receipt Street. This is passing by the exit to Receipt Street. Well, how many wins are we at right now?
8.
USC is at 4. Nebraska's at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And these are programs that people say are good programs, good teams, great football. Blah, 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 blah.
Coaches get a lot of credit, too.
Yeah,
Those two head coaches.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, where is ACT word, the vitriol for, like, these guys underperforming and we can't get love for overperforming?
It's crazy.
As hell. Get bowl eligible to call me.
My only regret is that we can't Receipt Street everyone who talks shit about Colorado.
Oh, no.
God, I would
we'd
love
be
to.
here all
But
the time.
everyone who tags me in receipts and is like, "Hey, just check this one out,"
That's
I
dope.
do appreciate that. So, and speaking of the people, shout out to everyone who came to the tailgate today, man.
Yes.
Shout out to everyone who rode the bus today, too.
Yes, sir. It's so fun just talking to everyone who comes to see us. It's just so cool. Like, this morning I get there and I'm talking to Pete, and he's got this heavy New Jersey accent. And then I'm walking
Yeah.
out of the stadium, and I meet a couple from Trinidad and Tobago. And then I'm in my seats, and I'm talking to people from Birmingham, Alabama. And it's just like, it's remarkable, man. Without this, moment in time that we are blessed to be a part of, I just would have never, been able to cross paths with all these people. So
It's crazy.
It's really, really special.
It really is.
Agreed.
I got a nice donut at the tailgate before I left.
Donuts
I did
were
too.
fire. The couple sitting next to me was from Birmingham, like I mentioned, and they were shook that I knew the words to Preach by Young Dolph.
They must not know that show shit.
Exactly.
They clearly
She
didn't know
said,
that.
"Are you from Memphis?" I said, "No, I'm from here."
That's funny. Anything else before we get to Super Chats?
Super chatted up, man.
All
Hey,
right,
that was
Alyssa.
me filming Travis.
I saw that. Neely
Where's
on the
that?
TV. Damn, bro.
What are we doing?
Hands to the face.
They didn't call it.
That was elbow to
That's
the face.
another guy who needs to get his. Shout
Yeah.
out Pat Narduzzi.
Thanks for beefing up the trenches for us, brother.
Appreciate you. Alrighty. Get your Super Chats in.
You got him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Roll them.
We're
I
rolling.
bet you won't roll them.
Keaton with the 199 Super Chat says, Buff Nation, let's go.
Love that, Keaton.
Let's
Hell
go,
yeah.
Keaton.
Appreciate you.
Speaking of Keaton Wade, helmet sticker, retroactive.
Yep, good point. Is this the last game he plays for the next 3 weeks?
Keep playing him, please. Please. I'm begging you.
Yeah, it's just, for me, fan cap on, it's hard to take him out when you see this kind of performance.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally you're red-shirting the guy for developmental reasons.
Yeah.
And clearly his development has happened.
ready, bro. He's ready.
He's ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But it's also such a personal and then personnel decision that I can't sit here and call it right now.
Facts,
But I do know this. What a damn impact he has made.
I know. Just walked onto the field and started making plays immediately.
And
It
then
hasn't stopped.
keep this in mind as guys make decisions to transfer here. If I remember right, his brother was in first.
I believe that's right.
So, like, he followed the quarterback, and everybody made this assumption that, like, he would be the weaker link because he was just coming because his brother was coming here first, that kind of thing. But the noise he has made on defense, and prior to that in practice, what he does on the scout team, et cetera, man, what a decision to make, in the next couple days.
He's played 4 games. He's second on the team in sacks.
Don't stop, bro. Don't not stop.
I mean, BJ had 1.5 again today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give him
Show.
one.
Arden had one.
Yep.
What was the total? We called 5. We said 5 to 7. What
I think
we
it was
get?
I
only
think it's 4.
They were
Yeah.
credited for 4. Yep.
should have been
Because the
5.
tackle for loss.
Should have been 5.
It should have been 5. Yeah, facts.
Andrew with the Super Chat, flying the black and gold in Nashville, Tennessee on this blessed day. P.S. Invite Josh Pate to interview Dion. He's been pro Dion since he arrived in Boulder. We do not have that power, and I don't think he's been completely pro Dion.
Yeah, I think we'll just go interview Coach Prime.
Yes, I like that better.
Invite somebody to come do it. Hey, come do our job. Take food out of my mouth, please.
Thank you.
Wait, while we're talking about people interviewing people, what a day yesterday. We announced Dukes.
Oh,
yeah.
shout
Yeah,
out, dude.
shout out.
Squad.
I mean, Dukes is collabing with Unc. He's collabing with us.
Bucky.
He's collabing with Bucky.
And himself.
Exactly. Never more has there been a better explanation of Buff Nation having each other's backs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked about that, and I can't wait to see the content that he brings to us. So shout out to Dukes.
Duke's a real one. He tweeted today during the game that Colton Hood is so underrated, and it made me think about when me and Dukes talked back, this summer, soon after Colton transferred, and Dukes was telling me Colton Hood liked that.
Yep.
He was a starter at Auburn.
Oh, he knew. Auburn's his team.
He knew, and he was very much right.
The next time you see a tweet like that from Dukes,
Yeah.
you need to retweet it so it has validation.
The Scotty.
Because
Scotty
I replied
Pocket
to
seal
him. I
approval.
replied to him with the
Yours-
receipt. I'm like,
yours,
yeah,
yeah.
you tried to tell folks, Dukes. You tried to tell them.
there you go. Validated.
Sandra with the super chat asks, "What was your team's season prediction? Be honest." RK and I said 9-3, and let me tell you,
What
we
the
had people down our throats after the Nebraska game. You said 9-3. This was supposed to be a good football team. Well, we didn't aim high enough.
I know.
I would tell y'all this.
9-3.
Mine was 8-4, and I can even go get you the paper, and you can flip back in the folder because I wrote it in like July.
Let's put receipts on ourselves when
I
they
went
win the
down the
10th game.
schedule and picked my wins and losses. And what was so funny, I was talking to GM David Kelly, Coach David Kelly, about this. Going into the season, our last 3 opponents were all preseason top 20 guys.
Yep.
And so this is the part of the season we're like, oh, man, we need to have won and solidify some things because you don't want to get to Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State and be one short of a bowl and have to get it then because they were that damn tough in July and August.
Yep.
No doubt.
But whoa, what happens when the sand goes through the hourglass?
But, I mean, there's a real chance that we underestimated them. And I also think that it mostly has to do with the fact that we overestimated
The Big 12.
their opponents.
Yep.
But nonetheless, I really hope we get to pull receipts on ourselves.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, sitting in this room after Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Like you guys, I predicted 9-3, wrote about it, published it, this summer for my previous employer. And, yeah, I've already thought about pulling that receipt after the season. Like, I predicted this team to go 9-3, and somehow I was still too low on them.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Will Shepherd.
Showing the highlights on the screen right now. Look at this.
Charlie. with
Travis
the
goes
flip.
back to the 21-yard line.
Look at the burst.
That was too easy.
Who is that on the
T.O.
field? 86?
86.
I mean, everyone
All right.
Oh, damn.
everyone was getting in the game today, though.
For real,
Is it still out there? Is this live?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Our boy Ben,
Looks pretty
Probably
live.
cold as hell out there.
boy Ben Finnisett got some tick out there on defense
go,
too.
let's
The
go.
secondary.
I'm with her. We got 23
All right.
of
Beat
them.
it up. Beat it up.
Well, you guys let me read them.
Yes, go.
All right.
No.
Uncle Kai with the super chat. If this team ever played a perfect game, that would be scary. Well said.
It would.
It's coming.
Spencer Smith says, #ScoBuffs. Defense is stupid good. Oh, how good this feels. #Heisman. #Heis him. Suck it, haters. Keep winning. We 8-2 with everything in front of us. Let them know, Spence.
Bang.
Sandra with another super chat. Unk, how? Sorry. Unk,
I agree with both.
how
I take it.
did Coach get everyone to buy in different team?
I'm sorry. What,
How did Coach get everyone to buy in?
you got rid of the guys that didn't buy in?
We
You
flipped
know?
the roster.
Yeah,
I was going to say that. Remember?
as we sit in this room, once upon a time, the majority of this room was filled with people that didn't want to buy in. Now this room is super majority people who have bought in. And there are a couple of stragglers, but they probably won't be around after this year.
As noted on Big Noon Kickoff right now, 4-game win streak, longest under Coach Prime at Colorado.
So far.
And we just getting started.
This is from Ryan Green. I don't know if this is our Ryan Green. It kind of looks like him.
Yes.
He says, shout out to Connor, who I met in the parking lot leaving the game. Says he watches DNVR Buffs every damn day.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Connor and shout out RG. Zachary Taylor says 3 more dubs to Destiny. CFP is ours. Come on. Wayne with the super chat says, helmet sticker for Jake's shoes. Honestly, great win. Great show, you guys. Thank you. Also, FDP is the MVP.
Hit him with it, RK.
They're just gray Vans.
What are those?
They're just gray Vans.
What about Travis' shoes today?
Those were crazy.
I ain't peep them. I got to see that. I ain't see that.
Oh, they were gold,
gold,
glitter,
sparkly.
diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
I got to look that up.
Spencer Smith again. Scary thing is this was BTA, and we still haven't played our best game yet. Watch out, or I feel like I read that. Watch out when we put it all together. Hashtag ScoBuffs. Hashtag Heisman.
That's new.
Big Teasy. Big Teasy in the house.
It's easy.
I don't know what the third word is. I hope something the janitor, because there has to be a mess with all that drip on set. I bet the FDP is dressed well. This group is the
Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Big Beats Franklin says, Big Matt McChesney calls the linebackers the law firm.
Nice. Yeah, that's
A lot of people call them that.
yeah. Law firm of
Scott.
Bill Green and Bentley.
What's popping?
Oh, those are fire.
Yeah, them crazy.
Yeah, those are so sick.
That's crazy.
Next is
And we'll never wear them again.
Nope, one and done.
1 of 1.
Bashir. He says, Deion Stain, I'm giving Feinbaum hell on Monday. Give him hell. Let him know.
Let them know.
Next is Mad Max Max. For those who know, ... That is
UNCLENEELY
at
thepregameshow.com.
I promise you I will reply with ...
That was epic.
I got your back. I understand y'all, man. Come on in. It's cold out there. Y'all come on in. Can't sit down because you had to been with us all year to sit down, but you can come on in out the cold. Because it's got to suck out there. All that hate that didn't pay off.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I put out a video. I said, hug your Colorado hater today. They're going through it.
It's got to be rough, man. Speaking of cold, it was cold in shade.
It was cold
It
today,
got better
low-key.
when the sun hit everywhere, but damn, for a minute there, I was like, this can't be 50.
Yep. Colorado's the only place where you can be cold and sunburned the same day.
The sun, I don't know what happened to
I
it, if it
like
went
it.
behind the mountains, but it was behind the press box, and it got really cold
It
after like
did.
the second quarter.
Yep. What else? That it?
No,
No.
God,
Why you keep stopping, bro?
Well, what do you, I talk half the time and I get interrupted, so
chop.
I just let it breathe
Man,
for a minute.
control the segment, Jake. Take charge.
Amber Klein says, give that man the Heisman now.
Yep.
Yes,
Put it in bubble wrap. Send it to his house.
Big Teasy in the house. With another one, he says, so he can hear it. Shout out to @Rob Canham Jr. Shout out to Rob.
Shout out to
sir.
Rob.
Rob's a warrior. Dom Peasy. Every week, this team makes it increasingly difficult for me not to go ahead and buy tickets to the Big 12 title game. Love this team. Love DNVR. Love you, Dom Peasy.
Let me tell you this, Don Peasy.
Love you,
Like,
Peasy.
here's the real deal. I could understand holding off on tickets because we have this beautiful thing called game time. But go ahead and make your reservations on somewhere to stay.
What you waiting on?
Yeah, you because I guarantee you, game time. Use the code DNVR. We can get you a ticket.
Facts.
We can't get you a place to stay though. You won't
Not
work on
yet.
that.
Hey, like booking.com or hotels.com. Holler at us.
Big Teasy with the super chat. Big Teasy in the house. ...
Dot, baby.
That is. I'm just kidding.
Love it, easy.
Dom Peasy again.
Peasy.
Also, amazing seeing CU honor Miss Peggy during a beatdown of
Yeah.
Utah in front of a bigger Folsom sellout than Jason Whitlock. Hashtag SCO, one game at a time.
That guy. What a show for Peggy today. She deserved it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
And shout out to the team. You guys asked me this yesterday at the team hotel. Shout out to the team for not only not looking past this game, but not taking this game lightly.
Yes.
Like,
Stop
they killed
thinking
the-
the team is going to take
That's my
Yeah,
point. It's
right,
like no one's. We sit here as co-hosts of a fan show, and we'll talk about the Big 12 championship, and we'll talk about CFP. You go downstairs to the locker room, it ain't that kind of talk.
Kansas.
Yeah, now it's on Kansas. So just shout out to the team for being so laser focused on the task at hand.
Yep. Next. How many we got left?
I don't know.
He's 15.
10? I can
RMJ,
handle 10.
you gotta let me talk, man.
Take control of the
Do
segment.
you
Jake.
want me to talk through them or no?
Talk
There you
over
go.
me.
Push
Talk
back,
over me.
Wait a
yeah.
second. Wait a
We
second.
can get through these 10.
Come on.
RMJ says nothing, actually. Just a $4.99 super
Shout out
chat.
RMG. Go.
Thank you,
RMJ.
RMJ. Get it right.
Oh, wait, he skipped one.
I skipped one.
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah, man. Shout out Wayne.
Dot, dot, dot.
He just didn't
what?
want to read that one.
No, I'm going in the order you sent these.
Scott, step in.
Wayne Morgan, super chat, $2. Whatever. Shout out to Wayne Morgan. Shout
All
out
right,
to you,
Now
man.
come back out. Your helmet just came off. You had to come out to play. It wasn't a permanent.
I'm not going to stand for this. Alyssa's lying, and she did not send me that one.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not going to stand for that.
That's crazy.
I would have read it.
Keep going.
I love how Scotty was ready though.
You like that?
DCB
Yeah.
channel.
Gotta stay ready.
Give Cash
Says,
Cleveland of this show, man. You went in.
Just keep going. Talk over him.
Keep going.
oh, wait, what?
I did miss it.
Oh, she said she missed it. Interesting.
It made it funnier.
DCB channel. You can't drown a shark. Cam helmet sticker from chat.
Just another casual game leading the team in tackles.
Yeah, it's true. He deserved a helmet sticker.
Ewell
But we're not allowed to
says
talk about him.
from Humboldt, Tennessee.
That's why I
Any
gave it to
info on recruits today?
They
They
saw
were
a
here.
show.
They were here. They did see a show. I'm
Talk
sure
to
they're
Dukes about it early next week.
And you know what I loved about the show they saw? They saw places where they could make us better. I love when guys come here and there's an opportunity at a position where you can sit there and watch a game and be like, oh, damn, I could make a difference here.
Why is
I wanna be
Alabama
here.
playing Mercer? That's a disgrace.
They watched
Anyways.
the true freshman and Draylen Miller just absolutely ball out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll on.
Oh. Ewell, I did that one. Bridget Maxey with the $1.99 super chat. Shout out to you, Bridget. Thank you.
Shout out Bridget.
Gilly with the $5 super chat. The CU media outlets with Dukes is a powerhouse LFG.
LFG, baby.
We all
LFG.
agree. Thank you.
Yeah.
Chairman A with the super chat. I was worried about the O-line going into this game, but they showed the improvement, and I'm here for it. Shout out to Phil, on to KU. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yep.
Actually, I'm sorry. We're just one question. I know Cash started. He was in there the whole game?
I think so, unless they put Hank in
I never
late.
noticed anything else. And the one fumbled snap, unfortunately, I think was on
it
Shedeur.
was
Oh,
100%
Shedeur
was
just
on
straight
Shedeur.
dropped it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was just going to say, Cash, which I think played the whole game after starting, shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Handling business.
For real.
Scotty's our cash. He was ready.
Bridget with the super chat again. 199 says, "See you aunties in the house. Appreciate you."
Shout out to the aunties.
For real, for real.
Shout out, see you aunties.
And shout out to Alyssa for acknowledging that she did miss that super chat. I would
Accountability.
have let him suffer.
Accountability.
I mean,
we
yeah.
loved it.
Baron W. Helmet sticker to well off RTP pregame show and DNVR for helping innovate media at CU and college
Can't argue
football.
that.
The copycats coming.
Amen.
We already know it.
Good
Y'all-
luck.
Y'all need help, call us
Good
up.
luck copying us.
Yeah, for real. Grimothy with the super chat. Shout out to Sidewalks for keeping us off the streets, and to Charlie O for keeping up his Rudy story with a legit tutty today. Great win. Come on, see you. I see you.
Yo, Charlie. They wanted that one, man. They
Yeah.
wanted that one all year.
Yep. Next.
I love, before you go next, there was a moment
I might pee my pants.
where I captured it, where
You know what?
Smitty was trying to get the ball from Charlie to I got you, I'm gonna take the room.
yeah.
And Charlie's like, huh?
He said no.
He was like, no, I'm gonna go put it up. He was like, what? I have to give it to you. I'm not. Then he was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
See, no one likes when someone tries to take a ball out of their hands.
Interesting how that works.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing, bro? What are you
You
doing,
don't have to
bro?
do that big pause.
Tap in, bro.
Like once we are done interrupting you, you can just go.
Is no one else allowed to talk? Should we just be silent the rest of the show?
Bro, just want to read these super chats.
Give me your phone. I'll read the fucking super chats.
Next is from Tyron. Says, we want BYU SCO buffs. Appreciate you, Tyron. Thank you for the
go.
super chat. Sol Clemente says, we continue to run inside zone runs that aren't working. Someone please speak to Pat. Some outside zone stretch plays, pin and pull, pistol, something.
42 offensive points.
And
Yes.
the longest touchdown run since 2018.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it
7
came
yards.
off in inside zone
It
to
did
Isaiah
come-
Augusta.
Might have been split, but either way.
Yeah, I'm not
it was
100%
same
sure,
thing.
but
It was a rub play.
Still,
I know that.
Yeah, right.
It was still a zone run to the inside, I think.
for sure.
Next is RMJ. Says, what's the deal with this cinnamon roll at Denver Biscuit Company? Best ever when I flew up from Atlanta to the
Y'all got my attention.
case.
Bro, you see me? I looked over too. I'm like, huh.
Biscuit cinnamon roll from Denver Biscuit Company goes insane.
Oh,
All right.
That's a free advertisement because
Where-
it's that good.
where's that? It's in Denver?
Colfax. Yeah.
So close to the bar.
You
Very
just,
close
you
to the
just I was about to say, like, I'm not from here, and you just told me something was on the longest street in the world.
It is,
Like,
but it's
how
close
can I
to the
find
DNVR bar.
All right, I'll go with you.
Jake gave me a ride back to the bar yesterday from Boulder, and he was just dropping like interstates and like street names. I'm like, bro, I'm not from here, bro. I don't know what any of that is.
Neither am I, bro. I don't know too much.
Time
I
to learn.
think.
I just learned like 6 months ago the Front Range was to the west. So give me some moments now. Like, okay. Oh,
How many more?
I get it. That's it.
Keep coming, so come on.
I might just have to go to the bathroom. Is that allowed?
You got
It's your world, bro.
That would be crazy.
Show world, man.
That would get us banned from YouTube.
Yeah, keep going.
What about the building?
We're already banned from the building.
Thanks to you.
It's not my fault.
Who else's fault would it be?
It's kind of your fault.
Next.
We better stop talking about this.
It's kind of
Big
solely
Teasy
your
with the
fault.
super chat. It says, shout out to Neely for what he has done, is doing, and where he is taking the culture. It does not go unnoticed, even though the guys flaked on homecoming. Big Teasy. I thought we were
Man,
friends.
just appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
y'all
But
did flake on homecoming.
one guy flaked.
Unbelievable.
One guy had a legit reason,
Jake the
and
flake.
another guy used that reason as I can't go because he can't go.
You really should have came up with something else other than saying, I
Yeah.
mean, this guy didn't go, so you really should
No,
have
he was
came up
just
with
too
something
damn
else.
honest, man.
For real.
Facts.
Well, if someone wanted to donate a plane ticket in a hotel room,
all
that
right.
would have been
That's
cool.
a better
we go.
excuse.
That would have worked.
Well, that's the facts. Next is from Janelle Ford. She says, Bahama Buffs. Shout out to the Bahama Buffs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bombs.
Auntie K says, love DNVR. I am a Navy vet. Thankful to Coach Prime and Buffs for recognizing vets. Guys, I saw your picks this week. All showed up / showed out. Dreamt that Coach talked to me. I told my son the Buffs would win 42 or 49 points. Shout out Auntie
keep
K.
those dreams alive. Shout out
Yeah.
to Salute the Service game.
Thank
What about
you.
the
Yeah,
folks who joined military branches today during the game?
Yeah, that was awesome.
huge, man.
But honestly, thank you to everyone who served and watches this show. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service, Auntie.
Yeah. Are we going to switch hats for you?
Oh,
There you go. Corey with the super chat. All of you need to pat yourself on the back because you do such an amazing job covering the Buffs. Keep up the amazing work.
Oh, you got to get him, bro.
Good job.
Oh, we're all going this way?
And then come back this way.
Pause.
No, wait. Now you have to send it back.
Oh, yeah, we got to go this way.
That way everybody gets
Okay.
Yeah. See?
Well done, guys.
Right, you
Warren
wouldn't have gotten
P.
patted. That's my bad.
Warren, it's been a minute, man. He says just because I haven't done one in a while. Appreciate you,
Warren.
bro.
Shout out Warren.
Like Warren G?
No, Warren P.
No,
Warren
Warren
P.
P. Get
I
it
thought it was
right,
regulators. Shout out to Warren G.
That's it. You guys did it. Congrats.
Good stuff.
404. Still sunlight.
Let's go. This is a huge dub. We're going to go watch college football. Shout out to Buff Nation. 2 more wins. 2 more wins for a berth in the Big 12 championship game, and that's just the beginning of it all, man. What a hell of a ride we've been on together.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
And still got some more stops.
And we got some
absolutely.
more stops.
Kansas City come. Another barbecue run.
Yep. Yep.
Looking forward to that.
We're not close to being done. Yeah, we're on the road next week, huh?
Yeah.
Amen.
Damn, let's go.
Short week.
I'm
we're
hyped.
on the road on Thursday.
I'm hyped.
I might
Let's
be
go,
bringing
man.
some friends on the bus this week.
We don't have that much space.
We do.
Because
How many
he put an
friends?
S on friends.
Yeah, exactly. You said friends.
1-ish. All right.
That's a friend.
I hope they're ready. Me and Alyssa have the
I'm
front locked
emptying the
down. We don't
chamber
have
on
any, we
all
don't have
the
any
friends
space
I
up
have.
front. They have to sleep under the table like Allison did. Otherwise, there's no room. We're full up front.
Shout out to Alexis. She actually sees what's going on this show.
Yep.
Yep. He admitted it.
Shout
See?
out to Alexis for following me back on Twitter from the pregame.
Oh, man.
network.
Look, absolutely.
Please.
Come hang out at the bar with us. Go Buffs.
Where the hell are you going?